Jahnamuni left Ganga with his.
Ganga was flowing in earth, and in the heaven.
Very good. Who brought Ganga down to the earth?
Bhagirath.
Bhagirath, the ancestor of Sri Rama. So after listening to the story of Ma Ganga descending down, Lord Ram and Lakshmana were very, very happy. Even though they were sleeping the whole night, they were discussing and then they slept. So he was feeling. They were feeling. Please mute. Okay. Still singing Hanuman Chalisa. It's okay. You mute yourself, and then now we are doing the story. So Ram and Lakshmana, they were discussing the story of Ma Ganga descending down. And when then they slept, and when they woke up the next day morning with Vishwamitra ji, they were crossing the river Ganga. At that time, Ramji was feeling extremely happy. See, this Ma Ganga was brought down by my ancestor Bhagiratha. So he was just praising the efforts of Bhagiratha, and they crossed the river Ganga. There they saw. With Vishwamitra ji, they reached a city called Vishala Nagara. Vishala is a beautiful city. It is like the bright city of Amaravati. As if Indra is ruling Amaravati, it was looking so beautiful. So then Ramji asked Vishwamitra ji, what is the importance of this city? Please let us know. Then Vishwamitra started narrating. Ikshvaku married Alambusa. They had a son called Vishala. So that's why this city is called Vishala Nagara. And they were all righteous, and after Vishala many kings ruled it, and now the current king is Sumati. Now the current king of Vishala is Sumati. He is ruling it very righteously. He said, and once upon a time, Diti performed penance here. That's why it got so important. It is so important, he said. Then Ramji asked, Diti means is she the mother of Daityas? They were very strong and they are very mighty. Please tell us the story, he asked. Then he started. Long ago, once upon a time, in Krita Yuga, in Satya Yuga, Devtas and Asuras. Sage Kashyapa had two wives. One is Diti and the other is Aditi. So Diti had few sons and Aditi had few sons. But Diti's sons are not righteous. Aditi's sons were very righteous, but they are not so powerful. But Diti's sons are very powerful and they are called Daityas. And Aditi's sons are called Devtas. And they were discussing how to become immortal. They want to be ever young and they don't want to get troubled with the diseases. And they want to live longer without growing old. So then they learned that if they churn Kshira Samudra, the Milky Ocean, then they will get Amrita. If they drink that Amrita, they will never get old and they will never get diseases and they will be ever beautiful. So they thought like we will start churning the Kshira Sagaram, Milky Ocean. You know, Milky Ocean is very, very huge. Can we do it with our churning machine? No. We need a very big churning rod and the stick, the thread. So they have opted for the king of mountains is Mandara. So they brought the Mandara Parvata as the stick. Then they brought the Vasuki, the king, the big python, and they rolled it around the Manthara, and Devatas held the tail of the Vasuki, and Daityas held the head of the Vasuki, and they started churning for almost 1,000 years, 1 millennium over, but they did not find the Amrita. Then all of a sudden, there came the Hala Hala. It was a ravaging poison. It was a dreadful poison. It will destroy the world with its heat. Then all the Devatas sought the help of Rudra. Who is Rudra? Lord Shiva. Please save us from this poison. Then he came and he saw, and he actually drank it in one gulp. But nothing happened to him. It did not harm him at all. But only his throat became blue. That's why he is called Neelakantha. So happily, again the churning started. Now, Mandara is losing its support. It is slowly sinking down to the Patal Loka. Now again one more problem. Then the Devatas prayed to Vishnu. Please help us because Mandara is sinking down. We need Mandara to be strong to churn. Then Lord Vishnu, he assumed a form of tortoise to support the Devatas and Rakshasas. He descended to the sea, under the sea, and he was supporting the Mandara on his back. Okay, so I have showed you the picture, no? Under the Mandara tortoise, Lord Vishnu had taken the form of a tortoise and supporting the Mandara. Now again they are churning nicely. Now so many objects came, gods, goddesses and objects and animals. Many came in the churning. The first came is Dhanvantari, the deity presiding in the science of medicine. So lords have, the Devatas accepted him as their physician. So the Ayurveda is the science of medicine. Okay, so he is the god of Ayurveda. Dhanvantari, his name is Dhanvantari. First came Dhanvantari. Then came 600 million Apsarasas. From the word Apsu they have come. Apsu is the liquid from the milk. So from that Apsu came 600 million beautiful women. They are called Apsarasas. Okay, now the Sura Devata had come. Sura Devata is, she is also called as the daughter of Varuna Deva. So that's why she is also called Varuni. But this Sura Devata, this Daityas did not accept her. But Devatas accepted her. So that's why Devatas are also called as Suras. As Daityas rejected her, they are called Asuras. Okay? So after Varuni, who came? A beautiful horse. The foremost among all the horses is the Uchchaishrava. So Lord Indra had taken it as his royal horse. Then came the foremost among the gems, Kaustubha. Lord Vishnu is wearing it on his chest. Okay? So then came the Amrita. Then again a terrible fight. After all the efforts, now Devatas and Rakshasas are fighting for the Amrita. Then what did Lord Vishnu do? He had taken a form of a lady who is very, very beautiful, called Mohini. So he had taken an avatar of Mohini and he had taken the Amrita and served to the gods, not to the Asuras, because Asuras are not righteous. So from this, what do you understand? Always righteousness is victorious. Even the God or the Lord helps the righteous people. Okay? So, with this, Ramji understood the Kshira Sagara Mathana, how the Amrita is evolved from the Kshira Sagara Mathanam. Then the king Sumati of Vishal Nagara, he learned that Vishwamitra ji arrived in his city. Then he came with his parivar, with his army and all, and then he offered his courtesies and
Courtesy.
hospitality. So with hospitality he served the Ram, Lakshmana and Vishwamitra ji. Then they stayed in that night. Next day morning they started towards Mithila. When they were about to reach Mithila, they saw a hermitage, beautiful hermitage. But there was no one. Ramji saw and felt it is like deserted. Nobody is living in this ashrama, but it is looking very, very beautiful. So he asked Vishwamitra ji, what is the story of this ashrama? Then Vishwamitra answered, this is an ashrama of Gautama, sage Gautama. He is a very, very noble sage, and he was living with his wife Ahalya once upon a time. Ahalya is the extremely beautiful. She is very, very beautiful. So when Gautama Muni went to take a dip in the river, Lord Indra wanted to meet Ahalya, so he came in disguise as Gautama Muni. How Indra is coming? Indra disguised himself as Gautama Muni. So he thought that Ahalya will think that as Gautama Muni had come, he entered into the ashrama. So now Ahalya opened the door. Do you think that Ahalya did not know? Because she also performs a deep penance and she is also very noble. She realized the person who had come is Indra, not Gautama Muni. But for a second, she welcomed him. Okay? Sometimes our mind tickles, no? Then she thought like, okay. She opened the door and welcomed Indra. Then the Gautama Muni came from the river. Then he saw Ahalya and Indra together. Then he immediately cursed Indra to become weak so that he will never cheat any woman. And he saw Ahalya and he cursed her also, because by knowingly she welcomed him, right? So that's why he cursed him. What did he curse? It is very good. Like he said, Nirahara Vayubhaksha means for thousands of years you live here only but invisible, and you will not have your food, any food, and you will just eat air, and you will lie in the form of ashes, so that nobody will realize that there is Ahalya lying in that ashrama, because she is in the form of ashes and she is performing tapasya to cleanse her mistake, and she is not having any food. That is the curse Gautama Muni gave. And now Gautama Muni is also feeling sad that he had used his power, tapasya, for the curse. So he went back to Himalayas by leaving Ahalya there invisible. He went back to the Himalayas to do the tapasya. Now from thousands of years, and he also said, and Ahalya asked for the apology to Gautama Muni. Then what did Gautama Muni said? He said, you will be relieved from this form once Sri Rama, the Dasharatha's son, will come and enter into this ashrama. Then you will take your human bodily form. So that's why she is nicely sitting and performing the penance. And Gautama Muni left to the Himalayas. Now Vishwamitra just said that Ahalya is burning with repentance. She is feeling sorry and she is performing the penance. Now she is lying there invisible and she is waiting for your arrival. Please come. Then Ramji was moved with the story. He was feeling very sorry for Ahalya. Then they entered into the ashram. As soon as Ramji entered into the ashrama, Ahalya became visible to everybody. Now, and Ahalya did pranam to Ramji and Lakshmana because of Ramji, she is liberated from the curse and she is back to her normal form. And thousands years of penance has given she is become more radiant, more brighter. And she is praising Ramji. But Ramji and Lakshmana, because they are very good children, they bowed back to Ahalya also. Okay. Then by knowing that Ahalya had taken the form, Gautama Muni, he came from the Himalayas and they both served Ramji, Lakshmana and Vishwamitra. Now they are serving them as their guests. So after spending some time in the ashrama, Ramji, Lakshmana and Vishwamitra Muni, they left to Mithila. Now they entered into Mithila. So in Mithila, they will see the Shiva Dhanush and Ramji will meet Sita Mata also. Okay, we will continue the story next week. Now it's morals time. Say.
Always be righteous.
Don't do anything wantedly.
Means don't cheat anybody.
Yes.
Because Indra wanted to cheat. He did not come in his form. Right? He came in the form of Gautama and wanted to cheat Ahalya.
Be righteous.
Very good.